The smartest minds are often the loneliest. You sit in a crowded room, yet you feel completely alone. It's as if you're behind glass, observing but not connecting. You see the world differently, catching details others miss. This unique perception can feel like a gift, but also a heavy burden. The isolation isn't about lacking people, but lacking connection. Highly intelligent people walk paths others can't follow. Their minds are always questioning, analyzing, never satisfied with simple answers. This deep thinking creates a gulf between them and the world. It's a quiet loneliness, born from being misunderstood. Not unwanted, just unseen. The weight of a mind that sees too much is a silent one. For some, that's the loneliest feeling of all. Sometimes isolation is not sadness, it's protection. When your mind is a whirlwind, the world's noise overwhelms. You retreat, not out of dislike, but to preserve your peace. In silence, you finally hear your own thoughts. Solitude becomes a sanctuary, not an empty space. For some, being alone is not a flaw, but a sign of a rich inner world. Sometimes solitude is where you feel most alive. For the intelligent, thinking is a constant state, a labyrinth with no exit. Every moment is analyzed, every detail examined. It's not a choice, but an involuntary process. This depth can be powerful, but also draining. Others may see it as anxiety, but it's a quest for truth. The mind sees connections, motives, consequences, both light and dark. Their inner world is more engaging than the outer one. Silence is precious. It lets complex thoughts unfold. The noise of the world disrupts this process. Solitude isn't escape, it's a return to self. In quiet, they find clarity and comfort. The richest conversations are often with themselves. In solitude, their mind is free to wander. Before they speak, they watch. The intelligent mind is a natural observer, quietly studying human behavior. They notice subtle cues, unspoken dynamics, hidden truths. This observation isn't aloofness, it's respect for complexity. They absorb information, process it deeply, and seek understanding. Their silence is full of thought, not emptiness. They see the masks people wear, the gap between words and actions. This clarity can be disillusioning, making social rituals feel hollow. Authenticity is what they crave, not performance. They prefer a few genuine connections, or simply their own company. In solitude, there are no masks, only truth. Observing is fascinating, but exhausting. Retreating into solitude is a way to rest from seeing too much. It's a chance to find peace in simplicity. Sometimes, the quietest moments are the most honest. Intelligent minds question everything. Nothing is taken for granted. Every belief is examined, every idea tested. This isn't rebellion, but a hunger for truth. Simple answers rarely satisfy. They see the world in shades of gray. Decision-making is slow. Conversations built on generalizations feel draining. Their mind is a web of interconnected ideas. Surface-level interactions require them to power down, wasting precious mental energy. This is the hidden burden carrying complexity in a world that values simplicity. Solitude becomes a necessity, a place to lay down that weight. In quiet, they don't have to simplify or pretend. Their mind is free to be complex, questioning, and deep. Solitude is not escape, but restoration. In the quiet, they finally feel at home. For many, social gatherings are energizing. For the intelligent mind, they're overwhelming. Every sound, every cue is processed deeply, creating mental overload. It's not incapacity, it's a different wiring. Overstimulation leaves them drained, seeking quiet corners or early exits. Small talk feels like a script, lacking depth. Suppressing curiosity for shallow conversation is exhausting. Silence is not empty, it's potential. Meaningless chatter feels like a theft of energy. Solitude is a strategic retreat, not a rejection of people. It's where their mind can finally breathe. The intelligent mind sees through masks and pretense. Forced smiles, calculated compliments, and shallow alliances feel alien. They crave authenticity, real thoughts, real feelings. Inauthenticity creates disconnection and emotional exhaustion. They'd rather have a few deep friendships than many shallow ones. Genuine conversations are rare but worth the search. Pretending for social harmony is a heavy burden. Each fake interaction chips away at their energy. Solitude is relief. No masks, no games. In quiet, they can be fully themselves. Protecting their energy isn't arrogance, it's self-care. Integrity matters more than fitting in. They save their emotional resources for what truly matters. Protecting your inner world is an act of self-preservation. In a noisy, demanding world, solitude becomes a sanctuary for clarity, creativity, and peace. Setting boundaries, curating your environment, and choosing quality connections over quantity are not antisocial, they're essential. By guarding your mental space, you nurture your inner light, so you can share your best self with the world. History is filled with great minds who sought solitude for their most profound work. From Newton's quiet reflections to the solitary walks of philosophers, a pattern emerges. Groundbreaking ideas rarely come from the crowd. Solitude is not loneliness, but a deliberate retreat, a quiet cradle where creativity is nurtured. To bring something new into the world, we must first retreat from it, into the fertile ground of our own company. Solitude is the stage for the most important conversation, a dialogue with the self. In the rush of daily life, our inner voice is often drowned out. But in quiet moments alone, distractions fade, and we can truly listen to ourselves. This reflection is the root of creativity and authenticity. Solitude is where we find clarity, courage, and our unique voice. The mind works best in quiet. Solitude strips away distractions, letting us focus deeply. In stillness, scattered thoughts calm and clarity emerges. This is where insight is born, when we're alone with our thoughts, free from noise. Some doors can only be unlocked from the inside. In the cauldron of quiet, true clarity is forged. There is a quiet pain in being misunderstood, a dull ache of emotional isolation. For the intelligent mind, this is familiar. You share ideas, but they're met with blank stares or polite smiles. It feels like speaking a different language. This disconnection often begins early in life. The difference can create a chasm. You are present, but never truly part of it. So you retreat into solitude, where being alone is less painful than feeling lonely among others. In the pain of being misunderstood, there is hidden power. Emotional isolation forges a unique strength, one that comes from trusting your own judgment and standing by your convictions, even alone. Free from the need to fit in, you become anchored to your own truth. Accepting your different mind is self-liberation, a quiet, unshakable confidence. In walking your own path, you find lasting peace. The mind of a deep thinker is a world built on introspection. It's a constant, quiet turning inward, a journey into the self. Deep thinkers dissect every feeling and decision, holding each up for examination. This introspective nature is the bedrock of their emotional intelligence. By exploring their own depths, they empathize with others and see subtle emotional currents. They're both the sculptor and the stone, consciously shaping their character from the inside out. The deep thinker operates on a simple but powerful principle. Observe before you speak. Process before you act. In a world that rewards quick responses, they choose deliberate silence. Their quietness is an active state of information gathering. They notice what others miss: body language, tone, group dynamics. When they finally speak, their words carry weight. Their power lies not in their voice, but in the silent depths from which it emerges. Solitude is more than just a preference. It is a training ground. In the quiet, emotional strength is forged. With no one to lean on, you confront your fears and discover your own resilience. This process builds a deep independence. You become your own source of stability and peace. Strength forged in silence becomes an unbreakable shield for the soul. The strength born from solitude cultivates a unique kind of confidence. It's not the loud, performative confidence that seeks attention and applause. It's a quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from deep self-knowledge and self-trust. It's the confidence of someone who doesn't need external validation because they've found it within. They've walked through the corridors of their own mind, faced their own demons, and emerged with a profound understanding of who they are. They're not defined by their job title, their social status, or the opinions of others. They're defined by an internal sense of integrity and purpose. This self-contained confidence changes how you move through the world. You stop comparing yourself to others because you are on your own unique journey. You stop seeking approval because you've learned to approve of yourself. The frantic need to prove your worth subsides, replaced by a calm and steady sense of being. You can listen to criticism without crumbling and accept compliments without being inflated. Your sense of self is no longer a fragile thing, dependent on the weather of the outside world. It's a deeply rooted tree, drawing its strength from its own hidden depths, unbothered by the passing storms. This journey into solitude is the ultimate path to mental and emotional growth. It's where you shed the skins of social conditioning and discover the person you were meant to be. Each period of quiet reflection is an opportunity to learn, to evolve, and to integrate your experiences into a more coherent and powerful sense of self. It's in the quiet that you untangle the knots of your past, envision the possibilities of your future, and connect with the profound stillness of the present moment. This is not a retreat from life. It's a deeper engagement with it, a way of processing its lessons and preparing for its challenges. Ultimately, finding peace in your own company is one of life's greatest treasures. It's the freedom to be yourself, for yourself. It's the wisdom to know that you are enough. The intelligent mind that seeks solitude is not running away from the world. It's running towards a deeper understanding of it, starting with the universe within. They've discovered the profound truth that the richest conversations, the greatest discoveries, and the most enduring strength can be found in the quiet, sacred space of their own solitude. It is there they find not loneliness, but themselves. Solitude is not emptiness, but a sacred sanctuary. It's the quiet soil where creativity and self-awareness grow, a retreat from the noise of modern life. The lone figure is not to be pitied but admired, an artist, a thinker, a soul forging strength and clarity in silence. In solitude, we discover the vast universe within and build a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by the outside world. Perhaps you have always felt a little different, craving depth in a shallow world, finding peace in silence. Know this: you are not broken and you are not alone. Your desire for solitude is not a flaw, but a signal from your deepest self. Embrace your need for quiet. In a world that screams for your attention, choosing solitude is a radical act of self-respect. Cherish the peace. Discover the power of being truly, unapologetically you.